Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers as it concerns their win in Game 5 against the Houston Rockets tonight. They have officially eliminated the Houston Rockets in the semifinals. They are now advancing into the Western Conference Finals. This is the first time that the Lakers have reached the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2010. That particular year was when the Lakers won a championship with the greatness of the late Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Lamar Odom. I mean, the rest goes on. I mean, this is now the opportunity for the Lakers now to go into a lot of perspectives when it comes to what sort of mentality they will go into when it comes to the Western Conference. And there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot to talk about because this is what we all are waiting for to basically happen. And I just really can't wait to get started about my thoughts and my opinions about it moving forward for the Lakers when it comes to the Western Conference. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, guys, as I said in the beginning, the Lakers have beaten the Houston Rockets in the Game 5 series of the semifinals. I believe they went 119 to 96. It was a blowout game from the start, and it all began in the third quarter from the shooting ability by the Lakers. And let's just not forget the greatness of LeBron James, where he basically took over in the first quarter. That's how it really gave the Lakers some leverage going into the second quarter by just managing the game and just, finishing off a better win, in my opinion, than the rest of the wins that the Lakers have achieved in the playoffs so far. They got a blowout win against a really bad Houston Rockets team. I mean, in this particular game, they did not step up whatsoever. I'm not sure it's because of there's some tension in the coachings. I mean, there's something wrong with that particular team, and I think either Mike D'Antoni might get fired. You never know, but that's another conversation and talks for a different day when it comes to that particular team. But we're all talking about the Los Angeles Lakers here, okay? We are talking about the Lakers win in the semifinals, going 4-1, eliminating the Houston Rockets, and it's all because of the greatness of LeBron James and Anthony Davis and the rest of the Lakers squad. As you can see, the starting lineups stepped up in a huge way. They went double digits throughout the board. Some of them, including like LeBron James, I think he had like 30 points out there tonight, just by scoring and bringing his defensive ability. And then even though Anthony Davis had 13 points, his presence out there when it comes to his athleticism and his, actually not his athleticism, but his more of his aggressiveness when it comes to grabbing those rebounds and playing defense, a less performance when it comes to his scoring ability, but that all had to do with the greatness of LeBron James because of how he led the Lakers in the first quarter and just how he managed throughout the games, and especially in the third quarter as well. So I'm not knocking down the rest of the Lakers squad because obviously we won. So we won. We're now advancing into the Western Conference Finals. And eliminating the Houston Rockets. So regardless of how some of the Lakers did not perform to the best of their ability, obviously throughout the board, it was just had to do with the defensive ability by the Los Angeles Lakers. They were just all over the place when it came down to facing the Houston Rockets, and even throughout this series. So the defense, I said it once and I'll say it again, has always been my number one priority going forward into the playoffs when it comes to the Lakers, because let's still not deny this. the shooting ability by the Los Angeles Lakers are still lacking. Okay, it's still there. It has not gone away, but it's just because of the great defense by the Los Angeles Lakers that their shooting has been, has been shown when it comes to their accuracy, and I think it's just because of the bad performances overall by the Houston Rockets. So either way, you can go either way with this. I personally want to see the defense more often than seeing the offensive attack by the Los Angeles Lakers, because that's how you win games. I mean, that's always been the number one, saying when it comes to certain teams. I mean, defense wins games, and that's how we saw from the Los Angeles Lakers, especially in tonight's game in a blowout against the Houston Rockets to end the series 4-1. In the semifinals, and now they are moving on into the Western Conference Finals. So let's get down to that particular scenario now. The Lakers are now advancing into the Western Conference. They are either going to be facing the Clippers or the Denver Nuggets because of yesterday's win that the Nuggets achieved on, I believe it was on Friday against the LA Clippers. So they are now going into Game 6 Sunday, and it still remains to be seen if somehow the Nuggets just don't want to end their postseason in a way that it ended. So I think they're going to give the LA Clippers a run for their money for them to somehow eliminate the Denver Nuggets. So, but my gut feeling still shows that the LA Clippers will advance into the Western Conference Finals, and that's how we're going to see the mother of all matchups, and that is the Lakers versus the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Okay, that's how it always been the notion throughout the season, throughout the off season, when we traded for Anthony Davis, and the Clippers signing Kawhi Leonard and trading for Paul George. I mean, the all aspect into this particular matchup was always been that it was going to be the Battle of LA. Who is the better team in this season? I mean, it has always been that notion. It's been the talk more than possibly, the finals. So it's always been that type of issue, and we can finally see and probably end the whole conversations of who is the better team, and hopefully we can basically see that in the Western Conference, and everything is all right on this, okay? I mean, the Lakers, especially when it comes to their legacy and how they will be facing the LA Clippers. So there's a lot of emotions, lots of opinions when it comes to that. I mean, the Clippers are no joke. They have a lot of depth, and they have some shooters. So they could really give the Lakers a run for their money. But like I said, the defense of the Los Angeles Lakers is more aggressive when it comes to their ability to manage a game. And that's what's my expectations for the Lakers moving forward into the Western Conference when it comes to facing a team like the LA Clippers. But, still remains to be seen about that. I mean, I'm probably giving the Clippers a little bit of a credit out there, because I think they're just going to win Sunday, but still remains to be seen how the Denver Nuggets will show up in the Game 6 on Sunday. So that's all I really have to say, guys, when it comes to the Lakers win against the Houston Rockets by eliminating them and advancing into the Western Conference, because without a doubt, the Lakers just really changed their motive in the playoffs. I mean, what we witnessed in the beginning, in the playoffs when they played against the the Portland Trailblazers, there was a lot of doubt at first because of the shooting ability and the lack of shooting by the Los Angeles Lakers. But knowing the Lakers and how they will, play certain teams, they always find a way to win games, and they always find a way to bounce back when it comes to them losing in certain situations. And somehow the Lakers just really came to play in the playoffs, and I'm not sure how many wins they have won so far in the playoffs, but I know that they have 2 losses in the playoffs so far. So continuing to show that they are a good team and the better team than the rest of the NBA combined. It just shows that the greatness of the LeBron James and Anthony Davis, of one of the best top 5 players in the NBA, really shows how their ability to win games together with the rest of the Lakers squad shows that they can just win games. And honestly, I just really can't wait for the Los Angeles Lakers to finally be back in playoff contention. Championship contention, because once they hit the Western Conference, and somehow, God willing, if they do beat either the Clippers or the Denver Nuggets, they will be advancing into the finals, and they could be facing either the Celtics or I believe it's the Heat. So and I'm really want to see the franchises of historics by the Lakers versus the Celtics again. I mean, it's just really fitting, and I just know that the Lakers will bring the A game when it comes to facing their rival team in the Eastern Conference in the Boston Celtics. So that's something that I really is my dream matchup. But that still remains to be seen if somehow the Heat just come out of the Eastern Conference Finals with winning. So that's something to look forward to. And honestly, I just really can't wait for the conference, the NBA conference, to finally begin. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff, and please give me your thoughts about obviously the Lakers win against the Houston Rockets tonight by eliminating them. And what do you guys think about the Lakers expectations moving forward into the Western Conference? Do you still think that the Lakers should always focus on defense more than offense? Or do you think that whatever that they're doing so far with their, Mamba mentality, if their mindset to use that mentality to just stick with what they're doing right now, and if somehow Frank Vogel wants to stick with their starting lineups, which it's been a huge improvement for the past 2 games now by the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to facing the Houston Rockets. I mean, Markieff Morris, has been a huge help for the Los Angeles Lakers, because you never know. What's his name? Frank Vogel could potentially just stick with the lineup that they have right now and just progress throughout the playoffs with this particular starting lineup, or they could potentially switch back to maybe JaVale McGee and just play big, in certain games. So that's something to really look forward to, because I believe it was one of the announcers that really brought that certain issue up. And honestly, it was something to really think about, because you never know how either the Clippers or possibly the Denver Nuggets, how they will play against the Denver Nugget. The Los Angeles Lakers, because you never know what their mindset moving forward when it comes to their chances at in the Western Conference. So that's something to really look forward to when it comes to certain lineups and the Lakers mentality moving forward when it comes to how they play and how they win games at the end of the day. Guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate every single one of you for showing me the love and support for my channel. Is really appreciated, and I do appreciate the love support you guys give me on my channel and all my social media sites. Like always, I'll leave the links into the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course there's a link to my channel as well. I mean, obviously if you're watching this, you're already on this channel, so but I just put it there for, I don't know, if you guys just want to share my link for my channel. I do appreciate it, and it's just overwhelmingly, you guys are just an amazing audience on YouTube, and you guys continue to just show me the love, support every single time you click on my videos, and of course following me on all my social media sites. It's well noticed, and I do appreciate all of you, and I'll see you all in the next video. And like I always mention in my videos, I will keep you guys up to date about everything that's going on when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and this Western Conference Finals series in particular. When it comes to the playoffs, I'll keep you guys up to the coverage about the Lakers and the playoffs, and especially in the Western Conference as well. So there will be a playlist for that particular series, and of course there's a series for my semifinals, and of course the first round as well. If you guys go check those particular videos out, and there's a playlist for that, so please go check that out, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.